I'm gonna give you some instructions on how to assemble your bench when it arrives. First thing you're gonna do is find your bench top. It'll look like this. On a soft surface, like carpeting, rug, something, lay it down. You'll notice there's an arrow on the bottom. You're gonna turn that arrow to where it's facing towards you, okay? Let's lay it flat down like this. Next, we're gonna grab our top piece. It's gonna have an arrow on it too, and it's gonna be labeled with a 1. So we're gonna set that down right on top with the arrow facing towards us. Next, we're gonna grab our bench ends. You'll notice it'll have an L on it. Where I'm sitting, it'll be on my left side. We're gonna set it on the left end over here. These come in a hardware pack, so come in a bag. These, you can either use a Phillips or a number 2 square bit. The screws provider will work with either. There's gonna be 3 pocket screws. You can make sure it's even along this front edge when you do this and kind of clamp it tight together with your hand. And you're just gonna install these pocket screws. Everything's pre-drilled, so it should self-align as we're screwing these in. Okay, and we're gonna complete the same step over here on the right side. If you get a bit to use on your drill, you can just use a screwdriver. If you get a bit, get one of these longer ones like this. It just works better. You can get them in any hardware store. And I would recommend the number 2 square, but Phillips will also work. Okay, once those are in, you'll notice on the bench top, it might be kind of hard to see in the video, but there's some lines. You just want to put the corners of the bench inside those lines. Should have an even overhang all the way around. Next, you're going to come in here into the ends. You're going to see there's some pocket plates here that go down into the top. Like that. Here, goes down into the top. Okay. There's still some here yet. Okay. Now we're actually going to set the bench up on its end like this. And we're going to grab our middle shelf. So it's going to look like this. It'll have a number 2 on it. We're going to set it in here with 2 facing towards the front of the bench, just like the other arrows. You're going to notice there's a line right here. There's a line on the top one too. We're going to put the bottom of the shelf even with that line. And you're going to lift up. On this one, you're going to want to make sure it's flush along this front edge out here. It won't be on the back because of the back sliding in there, but it'll be flush along this front edge. Make sure the line's right even with the bottom of the shelf. You're going to install the screws. Up a little bit to get even with that line. And then we'll do the same thing up here. Get it even with that line, even along this front edge. On these screws, we're not going to screw them all the way in yet. Just going to screw in just a little bit just to hold it there. Okay, next we're going to get the bench back. It's going to look just like this. It doesn't matter which side's in or out. So it slides right inside this little groove right here. Like this. It'll slide into the top groove up there. Next, you grab your bottom piece. Grab like this. It'll have the arrow on the bottom. You can label with the number 3. And you just line up that groove right there. Slide it in. So you'll notice same thing down here. It'll have a line where that goes, and just make sure it's even along this front edge. Install your screws. Okay, and then you're gonna wanna remember to go back on the inside in here, those ones that we left a little bit loose. You're just gonna go through and just tighten those all the way down now. Okay, and flip it back up. And that completes assembly. So let me know if you have any questions or any problems at all. Thank you.